To the semifinal matchup here, Dumpster Diving Lizards with Coach Demented taking on the Slingers of Coach SC Bear. I am NBP President Stymie. I am joined by fellow coach Blue Max here. Coach of it this season was the Gremlins 2 Skaven team. Welcome. How we doing today, Blue? What's going on?
We're doing pretty good. Didn't get any development games, so you need a co-host, and this is actually a good matchup here. The Undead Lizards. I know I've been playing the Lizards lately, so I'm familiar with how they play. With the right skills, they can be very deadly. The Undead, of course, they're already dead.
That is true.
And for the people on my channel, I'm taking the view from the lizard side of the field. If you want to do the opposite side, it's up to you.
I usually go with the whoever receives the ball, which I haven't received information yet.
Okay, so he's setting up defense right now. Dumps and Diver Lizards is Demented, who I have played. A guy that seems to never roll wands, it seems like.
Oh no, Demented rolled his fair share of ones. If you got a chance to watch that Clatter match.
Yeah, I guess that made up for all the rest of the season, where he doesn't roll one.
Well, I didn't realize you were streaming too. Well, there's no reason for us both to stream. Do you want me to stop?
Yeah, well,
it splits the viewership, so I don't want to do that.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna split it. This is just for people that happen to watch it live, you know. But most of the, yeah, if you're watching my channel, switch over to Stymie's.
There you go. Well, that works, I guess, then.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. Yeah, because I did shit the bed at one point, so that's not a bad idea. I didn't think about that. Now I feel like we're a high-level ESPN.
Yeah. Well, they kind of have backup systems, too. I worked in broadcast television as a technician.
This is going to be decisive.
So let's take a look here. So Demented bought his own Bloodweiser Babe. Slingers didn't buy any inducements. And it looks like they received the ball here. Starting off aggressively here. They don't have a ton of skills on their players, but if you notice, the player to watch out for is definitely Gristle McThornbody. The blocking, agility up, sidestepping, murder skink. With sidestep.
He's got block, dodge.
What does he get? Fend 2? What is that last thing that he has? Oh, no, a stunty I'm looking at. Yeah, he's a blodging, AG up, sidestep skink. That's where, and he also has a sidestep block, diving tackle skink.
So. Yeah. He's got catch to go along with it. You know, like, actually, he's just the ball handler most of the time. So if you'd have to throw to him.
Of course, on defense, if you want to take a look, SC Bear has a pair of Strength 6 mummies. We don't have a name for them. I'm just going to call them the Mummy Wrecking Crew for this game. Consider that an unofficial title. But they're pretty intimidating. If you notice, you want to give them space, I would imagine. That's probably the strength of what got him to the semifinal matchup, and great play, of course, but you could bully the pitch with 2 Strength 6 mummies. That's got to give you a hell of an advantage.
Yeah. And the lizard men are going to stay completely away from the mummies. Since they can't move as fast, they'll put plenty of room between them and the mummies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I don't think you'll want to mess with that. All right, and the Slingers deferred.
Yeah.
I just learned from Demented, which is important too. So they'll get. That means they won the toss. They opted to defer.
Okay. Alright, so I am on turn 1 for the Slingers right now. I hope we're synced.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty.
Okay.
We came in as usually Cabal Vision catches you up pretty well, so I'm not worried about that.
I've often wondered, Bob.
And
In a
I don't
fight
know.
between you and Morgan
The
Thorpe.
clock is moving, but he's thinking carefully. Yeah, there's his first move. Which way he's going to go first. The Lizardmen have pretty much kept it balanced on the setup on the attack. They're just going to take forever to find a weakness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you're definitely going to see a reserved approach here from Demented. Definitely, just plenty of time. You don't want to score early. If anything, you want to try to eat the whole clock up and see what kind of bashing you can do here, while also trying to do your best to protect your pieces. So we shall, at least that's what I'd assume the strategy would be.
Yeah, and all the zombies have the block.
Yeah, on the undead side of things, we definitely have a guard piece, white. We have a tackle, or excuse me, a kicking skeleton, and then a wrestle ghoul, and then a block tackle ghoul, and then a tackle white, and then yes, it looks like the majority of the zombies, if not all, have block, and then of course the aforementioned mummies, one of whom is a strength 6 block guard piece, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd say the only weakness that it seems like the undead team has is the ghoul.
Yeah, if they lose those ghouls, then that'd be hard. But just like the skinks, I mean, the mummy or the lizard men lose those skinks, and it's gonna be hard for them too.
Oh yeah, it's always a problem with the frail skinks. That's why they use these big guys to try to keep a wall between them and the opponent.
Yep, if you're a smart coach of lizard men, if you're me, you build skink cages and you leave all of your sauruses out to dry, and you wonder why by turn 9 you have 6 players left on the pitch.
Right, no one to carry the ball, right?
Right, and no one to carry the ball. But man, I had a Saurus with break tackle, so that's all that mattered.
Oh yes, it's a nice skill to get the break tackle, and the Crocs too. If you get the break tackle, yeah.
Oh yeah, my Crocs boneheaded all the time. So.
Usually the first skill a Croc gets, unless he gets doubles, will be a guard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The only thing you have to worry about the Crocs, though, is them going stupid.
Definitely taking his time, playing uber tight. Doesn't want to engage both those mummies, certainly not. I think he might make an attempt at isolating one and going after it, though. I could see that, or hoping to get a...
Yeah, he's...
We have the potential for a Lizardman mirror match here in the finals, because the Pax Romana, Josiah Frost Pax Romana, has already made the championship game by defeating the Goth Bondage Party, top seed. So that'll be very interesting to see. So we'll either have a mirror match or we'll have another Lizardman Undead match for the NCS final, or the Knuckle Challenge Series final championship match of season 2, which will occur sometime next week, I believe.
So he's doing a late shift here to the left side of the pitch, his left side of the pitch.
Yeah, I think he just wants to stay away from that ridiculous mummy with the guard and the block. I mean, if you're going to have to deal with a strength 6 mummy, I don't want to deal with one that has guard and block. That's just me.
I'm still surprised they didn't really try to tie him up, though, just so he can get close.
Yeah, but then whoever you tie him up with, that's just giving him a free shot. At least.
Yeah, but
I can see your
sometimes
point,
a free
though.
shot to just keep away from the ball carrier. I'll do sometimes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's all how much a
I'd
piece is worth to
sacrifice.
you.
I sacrifice certain players.
This player likes
Dauntless.
to be well
It's a good
assisted
skill
in
to
a
put
fight.
on that a piece like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The little guys. Yeah. The Dauntless. They really help. I think that's his only guy. The Dauntless.
Rerolls are not down to get the Palsy. Is that correct? Oh no, it wasn't. It was a both down. Never mind. That was a proper reroll. Okay. He's looking at something else in the dice log. No break though. So.
Yeah. No armor break.
But now you're right. Now he's all up in there though. But then again, he could be thinking, you know, SC Bears committed almost all of his pieces here. So you take that downfield ghoul out of commission, and then you block out with some screening with some Saurus on the other side, and you can still get a skink down there and really only have to worry about that other ghoul. But it looks like he's going to knock
block
that.
here by the ghoul.
Good one. No break again.
No break of armor. So that means the ghoul back up a little bit. Still, he's at risk.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
there you go.
exposed.
There you go. He's gonna put the other ghoul down there to put a column here. Make sure that sideline run is a lot more difficult.
Yeah, having to go through a couple more zones, give you the opportunity to roll and re-roll a 1 or a 2 with the stunty dodge there.
The disadvantage is obvious.
Ooh, what a fortuitous red die. You threw that after with no re-roll too.
Yeah.
For the turn.
I wasn't expecting it, and by the looks of things, neither were they.
I wonder if it'll be balls and evil. I was going to say, I don't see him throwing a second one. But
yep, let's stand up. The guy just went down. Tie that white up.
he's still free enough that he could just flow back to the other side. I mean,
yeah, he could if he wanted.
And it's early enough, and he still has the movement advantage, so maybe he's thinking that, but he's going to have to make a play on one of them mummies. If he's based, you know, he's got an opportunity. Croxagore should be able to pop one of them, but it's ridiculous to need, as a Croxagore, to need a assist to make it a 1 die. And he'd need to mark that other one on the other side, too. You can't see that zombie that's covering the Croc, so he'd actually have to base the piece that's on the him, and then the other one has guard. So
yeah,
that's well, if he's the one who's going after, that wouldn't be a problem. But it's kind of insane.
Yeah. So he could do a run back, like you said, to the right here. The zombies are the weak spot right now.
Yeah, and then potentially reset that cage up right in the middle there. I think he's figuring out a way to do. I think he could take a block with that second Saurus in there and then blitz the other one, not follow up, get himself a cage. But then he's still leaving himself right in front of that friggin' mummy to then. But he can keep that mummy tied up with the Crocs and then make him either show down with him or what, you know. It's still risky though.
Yeah, this looks like he's going to make the shift to the right, bring that SARS over.
Or I'm just going to go and watch Game of Gnomes instead.
He does kind of wait to the last.
This is nuts.
He
He's
don't
got
have
like
much
10
time on the clock. Yeah.
Unless that's not where he's thinking, is to reformulate a whole cage.
That player is looking rather smug for remaining upright. Pride comes before a fall.
Then it comes the blitz on the other.
Yeah, just what we predicted. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. All right.
Okay, there we go.
He's not going to follow.
That
Will he follow
give
up,
him
though?
the assist
I could see him follow
if he wants to follow up. On the mom.
Smart, though. He's still going to do that.
Oh, he's going to set the cage to the right.
Yep. Oh, maybe more of a screen.
And he kind of loosely builds his cage around the ball carrier so that no one can get right up on him.
That's interesting.
They've got the advantage.
Very Demented with very revolutionary formations here.
Yeah.
Gets the pop on the very avant-garde Blood Bowl offense here. Just a stun on Leo the Barber, so... Oh, here we go. Oh, it's just on the zombie. No break. So.
Let's get rid of that other fist. Okay. Jesse James.
Unity is strength.
Ooh, 2 stalls. All we're going to get out of that one is a push. We don't follow up so he can move in the next turn.
Moved right next to a teammate.
And that zombie. Quintus Hades. It's going to mark Source. We got 3 guys on that Source now. Just push back to the other zombie.
Foul them off the pitch.
Playing conservative. I think he's going to go after that ball carrier.
Yeah, well, I don't know who he's going after now since he's used all the things. On the other guys that are close though.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
You still got to get that white away from
Yeah, I don't
that
really
SARS.
see him doing a lot of... Yep, he tried it.
There you
but
go.
I don't
He
see... I was
tried.
about to say, I don't see a lot of dodging succeeding there. Now
Right.
you got a pretty favorable position, I feel for Demented here. You could just try to post up on this guy here, post up on this guy, and then he could be flooding all these skinks way deep here.
All the way through. Yeah.
Get the skink in a skink to mark, and then the other free ones can be marking these ghouls so that they have to dodge out or engage them, and then you could just move up these pieces to just screen. That's what I would do, because they still have have decent mobility.
Yeah, that's yeah, they are for big guys. Good movement.
That's disappointing. They're both still standing.
Oh, I would have. We did get a push, didn't we?
Yeah, Taggart chose the block pal.
Well, he would have been good if he could have pushed him. Now he don't have that hole there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't take the push. Maybe he didn't want to chain himself into all those pieces marked. Here we go. Here's our first pitch removal. Ben Vigor taking a nap.
KO. Doubt if we're going to use... Well, we can't do it on undead team. You can't use the apothecary.
Yeah, there's no apothecary. And necromancers are not going to get involved on a knockout.
Yeah, actually, the lizards, that's what probably prefer a lot of times than knockouts.
What's he doing? Oh, he wants to, he's going to foul this piece if he gets him on the ground, you think?
Yeah, it could be.
I could see a foul being worth it. Because then you can just reset back over there with all that player advantage and all the time to kill. You know? Move Gristle McThornbody here back over into the safety of here and foul with the other piece. I'd like to see it. What's fouling
Well,
for
I know
if not for removing pieces? Like
JJ was playing the game. He really a foul.
Here we go. That's step one. Now foul with the free skink. You've got so many of them. Treasure Hunter can go down.
Well, I guess is he? No, he's not gonna. I think because he figures they're all down like they are, that he'd have a good chance. Because I'm not able to move.
He'll get an assist now. Wuss.
Still, I don't like. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Would have took my chances trying to clear this right side. I use my strategy is usually I hardly ever foul because I usually, unless I got a ton of guys on the bench, I usually don't foul.
I would. I mean, you got to reserve skink. You got to reserve skink here. Maybe he didn't want to foul with Treasure Hunter.
Yeah, he probably
would have been the better choice.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous to have two blocking skinks on a team. I couldn't get a block skink to save my life, and that was in Skink League.
It wasn't?
Yeah, every level up as a skink, I couldn't get the doubles. That's not true. I did get one doubles, and I bought Mighty Blow. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm at Mighty Blow first.
See, I would have still stayed on that right side because he has these guys walled off here on the left, and he had so many guys over on the right side that could have helped him.
I don't know what Kami's ranting about is suboptimal. Something suboptimal in the chat, but I'll have to assume it was something that happened a while ago. Maybe the lack of fouling. Oh, Mighty Blow before block on a skink is suboptimal. Of course it is. That's how I roll. If the choices are optimal or suboptimal, by golly, you pick suboptimal. Burnt another reroll here to avoid the dub skulls with the Ghoul Blitz by Mr. Limbasher on Blue Streak. Better than Brown Streak. I noticed Demented had a Brown Streak on a different player.
Yeah, he has the same. I've played Demented several times, and he's got always on his team. It seems like he's got a guy named Brown Streak.
That's funny.
I don't know if it has to do with something in his childhood or what.
Feels like a good old-fashioned fight.
I'm sure that must be it.
And another one was listen, Postman. Do you know the Postman?
Oh, because he always delivers. That's
he
a
always
buffoon
delivers.
thing.
Anyway, I just killed his wood elf named Postman in a
So
development league.
he's not going to be delivered, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, actually, he was delivered to my team. Collect.
Oh, Leo the Barber is now knocked out. He was stunned before, and now he's just a little bit more ill, and now he's been knocked out. So this is working out well for the Lizards so far. 2 pitch removals, but non-permanent removals. Ooh, and then now you got to see a foul. I want to see Tutankhamun the Rotten get fouled by a ghoul or a skink. Obviously, a ghoul can't foul them. It's the same team. But that's what the fans want to see. That's what these 2 little cameras over here want to see. Not whatever's going on over here. I wonder if Leo and Ewan are brothers. Ewan the barber and Leo the barber. Probably not.
Kamikaze says, brown streak aside from anything else is a scathing in-game comment that Bob makes. Oh, okay.
Well, straight dope then from Kami.
Yeah, straight dope from the commish.
He knows a lot of things. I think he spends a lot of time on this game of Blood Bowl. I could be wrong.
Yeah, see, I got my messaging turned off, but I got the our stream up on Twitch so I can see the comments.
Into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good.
Here we go. Let's see.
And thanks for the Twitch viewers here. We got 5 viewers up there.
If Twitch is telling the truth, which
yeah, that's if Twitch is.
You can't
sometimes
really
it can
count
be off
on.
A little bit. But you know, we're building a viewership. We're still a fairly new league.
We're doing the bull dance. We're feeling the flow. It's also different times. If this was the afternoon, I'm sure there'd be 35 people watching. Sometimes it's, you know. Demented promised me the celebrity of his clatter appearances would drive numbers up. So I'm just going to take it out of the profit sharing portion of his that he would have got as being a team owner. It's still 0. So it's just more 0. Like, he just gets less 0 than, say, what you'll get or what any of the other coaches will get.
Right. Yeah, even 50% of 0 is still 0.
Exactly. If those league dollars come rolling in any day now, profit sharing will be huge.
Yeah. But at least he does carry the banner of the league into the clatter, and he's been a good representative of the league.
Indeed. And that's kind of how we got some profit sharing in the first place. All right. Here we go. 6th strength zombie with mummy on the blitz.
Look, twinkle toes there.
And it's just a push. Lucky for that skink.
Gotta love dodge.
Yeah, you did. Now, see, he's kind of backed up in a little corner here, which I don't like.
He's crafty, though. He's crafty.
Yeah, we'll see.
Kami says, read the fine print. We offer coaches crop sharing. That's pretty good. I am a shit farmer, so I hope somebody can pick up the slack and till my land, because I ain't doing it. I also don't have any land to till. He's still free to just float these guys over.
Do I get a mule with that crop sharing?
No, let's not get crazy here. But it looks like he can take these skinks and just flow right back to the other side of the field. And he's got 2 Saurus there, so I can see him doing that. It's still not the end of the world for him. Skinks have ridiculous mobility, so he's still not really panicking, even though it's turn 6. But he either has to go through them, or he has to go around them. And I don't know. I think he might go through them. What do you think?
Well, it's going to take some healthy hits here.
Well, there's
starting
one.
with this monk.
Now he really doesn't have to go through anything if he wants. You could just, I mean, ideally you want to blitz that. I would say blitz that white, and then try to open up the center of the field. Then you can move everybody up around there and away from the mummy.
Yeah, that would be a good thing.
Because right now that mummy, you can get a 2-die on that mummy. It's got 3 strength marks on it.
The thing is you got to go a little bit faster. There's that blitz like you talked about. Good one there.
So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects.
I think I'll put him on the sideline, ready for the serve. I wouldn't be thinking too much about it. You know, I can push back. All right, now. Is he going to tie up the other guy? Just spending too much time as far as I'm concerned on the decision there. I guess he's going to sit there. Now that is a good move there. Get prehensile tail on the ghoul. Get the skink. And skill on the other guy. Now, one mommy is actually tying up all them other people.
And that's kind of what I thought Dim was going to do there. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. Comey says we run a dairy. We milk the pestigores every morning. That is just disgusting.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I wouldn't drink. But you know what? Appropriate
cheese,
for
right?
appropriate for the Blood Bowl Warhammer universe, though. Everything in that is fucking foul. So, squig sandwiches
The thing is,
on.
with Pestigore, you're gonna have diseased milk.
Mm-hmm. Nurgle is the official milk of Nurgle's Rot. It's delicious. Contains fresh rot in every carton. Fresh rot? Is that even fresh rot? That's an oxymoron.
Yeah, fresh rot. How can you say that in the same sentence? That's like jumbo shrimp.
Good job. Man, Demented just runs those turns down to like the wire, doesn't he? And now he's created almost like a skink shell. I'm going to call that the skink shell defense. Just inventing names for it. I know it's just a screen, but, you know, why call it a screen when I can call it a skink shell defense? Dauntless. Heyo. Hobo number 10. I tell you, no breaks for SC Bear so far. He has been punching the crap out of lizards, and he can't get them off the pitch. I mean, I failed to regulate the temperature in my terrarium. I killed 4 or 5 lizards like that, and he can't even get a skink off the pitch. That's gotta be disconcerting this deep in the first half, especially with Undead kind of needing to bash. Here we go. Another. Oh, he's got tackle. Don't pay for that tackle for nothing. Just a stun, though.
Man, actually,
Skink's got iron jaws.
Yeah.
Put pressure on the ball. Can't argue with that.
You're not gonna get away from me right now.
At most, he can maybe base him with another piece or so. I mean, that won't be anything for him to get unbased from.
Yeah, we're gonna try to eliminate the help on the source.
Yeah. Dodge and sidestep, though. I love that sidestep.
Yeah.
I was really thinking about it.
That's it. Force him back and then pow!
I guess he... Yeah, I guess he decided to go on the outside, so just in case he breaks loose, he can get it to the guy. But he's going to put a tackle guy on him, so he... The Slingers are trying to tie up as many of their pieces as possible now.
Yo, definitely.
I've seen some practice in my time, but that one is up there
There
with
you
the
go,
best.
Was he out of rerolls, or does that a failed dodge? He's out.
Yeah, out of reroll.
Demented has 3, which is ridiculous at turn 7. Could be a combination of, you know, limiting your rolling and dice rolling.
It seems like every time I played Demented, he don't use his rerolls at all.
Yeah. I still feel pretty comfortable dodging away with Stunty here. And, dodge, rather. Just the built-in reroll it. But then again, not that comfortable.
Yeah.
The bigger they are,
The harder they punch. That player is so
But the ball
good.
carrier is the agility 4 guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, then I don't feel bad about it at all. Just that's why I need to move him. Now he can get out of that zone and just loop, loop, loop. And yeah, he's got it's McThorn body. He's got this.
crowd, they
It's at 83%. He's a flipping elf out there.
Yeah, elf that they don't have a
Of
hard
course, Treasure
time
Hunter also
grabbing
has
it.
block because that's just broken. For no reason.
And it's due
I
a
can see
little
him try to
insurance.
stall again. Or you think he just scores? No, I don't think he's gonna just. I don't know.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
He's thinking
Well,
two
he's
turns
got
of ghouls, he can
his
still
opponent's
score.
got 2 guys knocked out, but he's got a full bench over there. So I don't know reason for him to stall because
Well, he'll have 2 turns left. If he stalls, he definitely eliminates the scoring opportunities because he's got ghouls. So he could send that one ghoul all the way down to pitch as far as he can go from the line of scrimmage on turn 7, and then try to link up ladder score with him on turn 8. Outside of the realm of possibility, but
yeah,
Blood Bowl is Blood Bowl. There's also a gain a turn riot that they might just drop on him, which would give him 3 turns, which you don't want.
The ball is in the end zone.
But then again, here we go.
decided-
In the end, he decides to score.
We
So,
haven't touched
that's me. I don't know what I'm
Just-
talking about.
weighing the possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely that you're going to score in 2 turns with Undead against a full complement of Lizards. It's very
Right.
unlikely, but not impossible.
Yeah.
It's the one wake up. Full team for the Lizards.
Looks like
which
that
is
apothecary's magic sponge
crazy. Didn't even
was on
show their
full
bench.
charge. A few of the KOs have been revived. Ready to play.
Yeah, but the I think if it was a necromancer or wood elf team
As his team is just
or
kicking away.
Skaven team, then yeah, we
Yeah, the
don't
werewolves.
want to give them.
Yeah,
turns.
Skaven, any elf team except for Dark. Hey, it's Wallace24. Shout out. Yes, there are a few people in chat, though it is kind of quiet. You can certainly make it more lively with your musing observations and witticisms, which would be appreciated
Yeah.
and welcome.
Well, commies, our commissioner's in the chat. You
Indeed.
can chat with the players. It's Wallach 24. Is he a member of the league or is it
No, he
just
is not.
Okay.
And White Castle's up in that chat as well. He's a member.
Okay.
Commie's
Yeah,
a
White
member. One
Castle's
of our
a
newer
new-
members.
new
He's not in any
member.
comps yet, but we'll have something. We got some things cooking for between seasons. Couple comp ideas.
White Castle. I assume he's related.
Yeah, isn't it White Castle? Isn't that good? I
Hamburgers.
like saying it White Castle because it doesn't sound right, but I'm sure it's White Castle. I'm sure that's the point.
Yeah.
I've played
Yeah.
on this pitch before, Jim.
The square hamburger with 5 holes in
Oh,
it.
at any rate. Couldn't find it under a big pile
Oh,
of
so good though,
corpses.
aren't they?
I gotta admit,
So bad for you. Can one product be so good for your soul and bad for your body? than
Bad
White
for your
Castle?
stomach. belly bombers, as we used to refer to it.
Love that belly bomb.
That's what he ought to call his team, is the belly bombers.
Yeah, White Castle says, just like the hamburger. I know, that's the point. Just like the damn burger. Oh, so good. And a little onion flavor crystals explode. You just want to... Oh, man, I can go for 15 chicken rings and 5 fries right now. God damn it. Closest White Castle to me is like... Wilmington, maybe? Like an hour. I like White Castle. I'm not... Maybe somewhere in Maryland. I'm not... I don't like it that much. Post-snowstorm.
I know it was always like the late night place to go, and you're out gaming with your friends.
I prefer the passing game to running down the field. The one tactic is for the intellectual elite. The other.
It was either that or someone ordered some
I
pizza.
like running down the field. So, whatever type I am.
Now this makes things interesting. Look what he got here. He got a... Oh, if he could have put that ball... If that went out of bounds, that almost would have been a guaranteed score for Slingers. Because he would have been able to drop that ball right in
so
to
now
a ghoul
it's a very
and then
good
run
kick.
out with a guard. But now he can't.
Whew.
Written?
He can still do some chicanery though, because he can do. I've seen ghoul passes before.
Yeah, at least they can pass. Skinks is when I first started playing him, I found out you don't pass with Skinks.
No. No. You don't.
Even with the like he's got an agility 4 skink, it's still not a good idea to pass with a skink.
No, not at all. So interesting. So I thought he would have gone a little bit more downfield with that, but I guess he's thinking he's going to go down here to a handoff, and then he's going to throw. That's a lot of ground to cover.
A lot of ground to leave a guy out there by himself like that. All right. Well, he's making him make. He's gonna have to cover 2 guys. He's got 2 guys within range. Now he's got to tie up with some people.
The attacker has an assist.
Comes that Dauntless. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, look at that little snot.
Oh! Bringing the wood. Now, Demented does have a Bloodweiser babe that he paid for with his own money. A non-inducement babe, so he only needs a 2+ on that. Or 3+, right? Instead of a coin flip. So it's a better odds. 67% chance instead of a 50% chance.
Yeah, he's done a good job of getting these guys in position to make this one.
I don't even see how he gets. Do you think he just gave up on the chance to score, or does he go right up to this piece?
Yeah.
Ewan the Barber, hand off to Ewan. Oh, I see. He can hand off to Ewan the Barber, and then Ewan the Barber can run down and do a short pass to Limbasher. So not a great likelihood, but if it's a short pass, then it's not.
Yeah,
terrible.
I don't like throwing with 2 agility. I would have left the other ghoul back.
Yeah. It's true.
And tied up the. He would have had, could have tied up the Tsars with that barber guy.
That's it. Get in their face. He's wrestled into the ground. Oh, awesome.
Ooh, that didn't go. Huh? He had to wrestle. Yeah.
Wrestle. Sal Bandini, want to wrestle? First person to drop in the chat who's not named Kami Cozy with the answer to what movie that was from will win nothing, but you'll be as big a loser as us. So who wants to come up with it?
With arms like great ones, there was only going to be one result in that spot.
Yeah, this game would be great cross-platform.
Oh, it'd be the tops.
And it is a game that it's just a matter of programming that it could be.
Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy. The architecture is so similar between the systems now after PS3's dalliance with that nonsensical 4 processor. It's all freaking... It's almost all the same now as far as the chipsets and stuff, so it's very little work required. And they have, and White Castle was saying, yeah, it's not like first-person shooters. They have cross-platform first-person shooters. You can play Titanfall 2 on Xbox, cross-platform with PC users on the Windows 10 platform.
PC, yeah.
So they'll allow that nonsense. It's because Sony has market share. Why would they do it? Microsoft basically asked them to go cross-platform because their install base is half as big as Sony's. Why would Sony cede that market share? It just doesn't make sense. Gamers would love them, but they're never going to do that.
Right. Sony wants to keep the control. Nintendo did this same kind of thing. Control issues. They wouldn't allow just anybody to make games for them. You have to go through a process to make design games for them.
There's no stopping them.
Now, what I'm surprised at, it just, they did have a sale on Blood Bowl during the Christmas holiday, but it's back up to its $49 price. But I noticed at GameStop, they're only selling it for $29.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's far past the point now where Blood Bowl should be a base game costing $20 to $29.99. It should be $20 base, and the money should be in the DLC teams now. They have enough deals. That was a terrible pass. Oh, Skink Scatter! Oh, Skink Scatter! The ghoul had a chance, and he failed the catch, and he would have had it. That would have been straight up nuts. But seriously, if you buy all the DLC teams now, that nets them like $60 right there.
Yeah.
So you'd think.
I mean, they could make plenty of money on the DLC.
Yeah, I don't mind the deal. Now that the game has been installed in this long, it should really drop to a $20 or $30 price point to encourage people to buy it, fall in love with it, and then fork over $7 for 9 or 12 DLC teams.
Yeah, usually, my friends have kind of always asked me, "What's this Blood Bowl that you're playing?" All of that. Then I'll tell them, it has the strategy of chess. It has the fantasy characters like World of Warcraft and the Warhammer, and it has the base of the game is on American football.
Yeah, it's,
so if
it's fantastic.
It's just addicting. You get to play these characters in like an American football game.
Going into the second half here, failed wake up, hobo number 9, so the Bloodweiser babe did not do her job. Ben Vigor, however, was able to wake up without issue. So they've got the reserves, most likely from I would assume. I know this. I know Cheseth was an elf. I don't know about Ben Vigor. Or may have been may have been from a human or something. I don't know. But just looking here, it's full complement of team against a full team, but it's an extra skink now. So instead of 6 Saurus or 6 Sarai and a Croxigore, we've got 5 Croxigore and 5 skinks. And he's going super. That's a nice. I don't know what you'd call that defense. Maybe the upside down, the umbrella, the old upside down smiley face prevent.
The smiley face. That's what it is from the side.
What was your favorite moment as a blood
The
bowl
smiley
player?
face defense.
Oh, well, it has to be scoring my first touchdown, Jim. You see, I just ripped the head off this git who'd given me some lip in the changing rooms before the game. So just for fun, I shoved the ball down his throat and then lobbed his whole body into the end zone. The ref said it was classified as a catch, so I scored a touchdown.
No, he's got a full half.
And the NAF changed.
Indeed.
So he doesn't have to be too chancy on his chance to score here.
These games have all been all about overtime. I mean, with you know,
Have they?
on the in the knockout stage, if you playing for overtime, play for overtime because the game has got you get to those extra 24. So you shouldn't really worry about hamstringing yourself to get that touchdown in early and try to create some calamity. Your best bet, and now we have a Riot lose a turn. Your best bet is to try to score on turn 16 while bashing the crap out of your opponents so you go into overtime with a reroll and numbers advantage and hope you win the coin toss. Or blitz the score as quick as possible and then hand the ball to Demented with potentially a full complement of players and enough turns to get a skink in the end zone.
Do they still have the overtime glitch or
the coin toss glitch? Yes.
Yeah,
it doesn't really. I haven't seen it rear its head since then, but I believe it. I don't think it's been patched. And then there is still the wake up display glitch in overtime, where it'll show you a wake up as failing, and then when you go to set your players up, they're just on the pitch. But it's not the game. It's not a reroll RNG glitch. It's a display glitch, according to Simon. But I don't think either of them have been patched. I don't know. Ooh, he gets to reroll, but doesn't get him down. That's one thing he's got going for him. Only one of his mummies has block. So.
Yeah.
This is going to be decisive.
There's the Dauntless.
What's this?
Push into that.
The Dauntless has been succeeding, but the blocks coming from the Dauntless have not been very fruitful. As of yet.
Ah, good. He's got the ball. It's always embarrassing when they fumble that bit.
Yeah, I can see Demented here just playing D and not really going after the ball carrier and just trying to stay in that cling formation so that he can get favorable matchups and just try to think, we'll let him score. If he wants to score early, let him score uncontested. I get the ball back, win the 2-1. Or if he's truly going to drag this to overtime, let me try to protect myself, not leave anybody out on an island, and, you know, hopefully win the coin toss. If that's what's going to be, you know.
Yeah, with the lead, he doesn't have to take the risk going after that ball.
No, not at all.
Just has to make sure that nobody gets deep. And I'm sure he's going to try to conserve his rerolls too. He does a good job of that.
Smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
Unity is strength.
There we go. What are we gonna have here, Barber? Oh, no break. I do enjoy the Slingers uniforms, I have to say. They're one of my favorites. I dig that. I dig that checkered shit. Yeah, I do. I do.
Oh, well, he's going deep. That's different. He's gonna try to put some pressure on him. Knock down to the other zombie.
This reminds me of the time you got born. I chained all the goblin technicians together to create a living mess.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a weapon of mass reconstruction.
That's a dangerous place to be.
Oh, man. He is not playing conservative.
No. No. That's the other thing, too. Play with the lead. You could also play aggro as hell with the lead. And this is what it looks like.
Yeah. That's what he's doing.
Definitely. Oh, Oswald, you know what? He didn't make a face when he was injured. That's how stern he is. Come on. And he's okay. Game on. He's all right, folks. He's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, he slipped on a banana peel. There's that Benny Hill music. Is that a one re-rolling one? All right, I have to stop calling Demented's games. Every game of Demented's that I call, the Stymie special hits him, and I feel fucking terrible about it. I'm pretty sure I cost him that clatter matchup. So
yeah, probably. So I'll have to have you call my game next time I play Demented. What?
Oh, there we go. We're going to see 4.
Oh, the poor old ghoul is out there all alone right now.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich. Hey, that plan is almost competent.
Interesting turn of developments here. He's still doesn't really have any scoring pieces in threat, so Dement is really not in bad shape despite losing that skink. I mean, you could lose a couple more skinks, you're fine. As long as you got one skink breathing, you're alright.
He's got 2 skinks deep, you know.
Wow, that ghoul crawls faster than a halfling on his way to a bun fight at 11's.
This is going to be decisive.
Zombies have been doing a job of keeping them, Sarses away.
Tripped over the tail.
Yep, there's the tail whip. Trying to knock.
Yep.
Now the Crocs can get back.
Yeah, now he's got this skink back here that's got the friggin' block. Treasure Hunter could go all up ons, and just like that, that ball carrier's popped.
Yeah, Treasure Hunter's back here with the block.
Kind of crazy formation, to be entirely honest, with SC Bear took here. You know. And these pieces don't have guard, so he really only has to mark the, you know, he can go front side. He's already marking the 2. He could just go front side in on that and already get the 1 die. And he's got a free skink right here to mark off. He can't make it a 2 die, I don't think, because he's got no way to mark it, and none of his players have guard. But he can still get at that ball.
The barber.
There aren't any elves playing, Bob. There aren't any... Oh, there are lizards playing. Oh, fucker. Alright, he's got me.
Wall is saying about easy wins for season 3, but he says
yeah,
season 4 is going to be his. Alright. Did they attack this turn or set up for the next turn?
They'll need to get rid of the ball now there's pressure on them.
Treasure Hunter does have that diving tackle too, and that will put him in position. That's not what you want to push him forward, that's push him to the side. Well, he's going to go ahead anyway.
He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner. Well, they had to retreat a little. It was getting dangerous. This could be a sack. I love it when that happens.
All right. He is not in a good way here.
No, not at all.
Slingers, I was just taking a minute to respond to chat. I looked up and we got ourselves a pickle.
Yeah, he's made it so he can't blitz his way out of it without getting excellent dice, that is. It'd be a 1 die block at best. Then that first knockdown was fire.
Oh, hobo number
Hobo
7
did
is
it.
down. That was the break tackle hobo.
Yeah. Hobo, and he was knocked off earlier too, right? I did another hobo. It's over there. Yeah. And he hasn't used the blitz yet. This could be the move. If Bear, I don't know if he notices if one has diving tackle. Slingers have one reroll to use here if they do blow one of these blocks.
Yeah. He's not going to be able to knock them all down. He's going to have to dodge.
Oh, no.
He's going to have to dodge. And sidestep? Oh, when you don't have sidestep, you're raging at that TV when you see that sidestep.
Wow.
Oh, do I hate sidestep. That's a skill I rarely take, but even though it should, more often than not, and I freaking hate sidestep.
And he actually picked. I'm
I don't know that I would have picked that. I would have
picked right next
on
to the ball carrier.
Yeah. Then he can't get rid of both. Well, you still can't get rid of both. I guess you know what? Never actually know, because that doesn't really make a difference. It would have been the same dodge. Oh no, because a stunty would have been the same dodge either way. Right now, the ghoul doesn't have. Does the ghoul have stunty? No, he doesn't have stunty. What the hell? Yeah, I would have based that ghoul right up. Maybe Kami can explain why we're wrong. That, however, is RBT right there for SC Bear. Little RBT.
Okay.
He's gonna get pounded on.
Yeah, see, I would have gone after that lead skink instead of the back one like he did.
Yeah, Kami just pointed out SC Bear burnt his last reroll for the same result. That's rough. Didn't even move the order of where it was. It could have put the skull on the other side at least. Had the decency. Well, spitting in Slinger's face. Indeed. All right, Yellow Powsy Wowsy. Where are we going?
Thesaurus. They hit hard.
Old Ben's knocked out.
Really, don't let them. They're massive and can take your hand right off.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's gonna get over there to help free up that ghoul. The ghoul would have to.
Yeah, he's getting pounded. Treasure Hunter is going to show him what happens when you go into a dark alley and meet a fucked up, drugged out skink. He's going to show you what happens, and that's what happens. You get knifed, and then his hobo friends come and dump your body.
He says, "You don't want that ball. I want it."
Yeah. Kami says, "Really looking forward to the NCS handbag bowl." I don't know what he's complaining about. He's the one who gave them each a freaking dynamite skink in the transfer market. One of them got Stump Chunkman, the other one got Gristle McThornbody, and he's over here going, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But he's not biased, though. He's pitched great players to all teams. I even contributed. I gave up Heimdall Solo from my Norse Awakens team to the toys. I hope he's still alive. I think he is.
Well, it does not look good now. It's not over, but it does not look good.
Oh, too easy. He won't leave him alone anytime soon. Put some pressure on the ball carrier. Move quicker. Bang! Headshot.
Wrestle.
Boy,
That's where wrestle is.
That wrestle comes in good. You can't get to the ball, but
Nope. He's got what we like to call the wall of skinks. It's kind of like the wall of sound, but it's the wall of skinks, and the sound they make is horrible, and they smell very badly. Oh, here we go.
well, he's getting the pound dice now.
I tell you, these mummies really haven't been the fearsome force that I expected them to be.
Well, that's two big hits there. Is he gonna try to pick it up with the? No, I wouldn't think he would he? No, he's just gonna put a zone on the ball. There's one more player just laying down.
That's a very
Ooh,
Wow.
prehensile tail. He'll get you. He'll get you. It's one of those not thought about big guy traits, but
Yeah.
he'll get you.
Yeah, that 6 strength just makes it a little bit more difficult for him to block his line. Even with the guard.
Yeah. But if you're the Lizards here, you don't give a shit about scoring. You just want to create mayhem. Like the Allstate guy. So,
Yeah, they someone ought to name one of their zombies after that. Yeah.
you could be really really smart. Name him Dean Winters. People would be like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And then you'd be like, just think about it. Could also be representing his character from Oz. Maybe I'll make an
Oh,
Oz
okay.
themed team. Add a BC and Ryan O'Reilly and Ernie Hudson's Warden character. That'd be great.
Now he's who's that? Chicago Fire? He plays in that, doesn't he? Off that guy.
I don't know. I just like to
The
think Ernie
Mayhem?
Hudson that it is everything. Oh, the Mayhem guy. Yes. He's a firebit in that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was also a policeman in the Dennis Leary show, Rescue Me. He was his brother who got killed, and he was also Liz Lemon's boyfriend for like 3 seasons of 30 Rock.
Mhm.
On and off. Dennis, the skeezy beeper salesman.
He's working.
Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
fair fight can be so overrated. There's always room in sportsman's.
Out.
Oh, Ewan the barber will join his buddy Leo the barber. Oh, and he's okay. Game on. Friggin' Necromancer
Just
working
like his
overtime.
buddy.
Necromancer working overtime.
And there's agility 4 at work.
He's got himself into a predicament. But he can still get at the ball. He's got the ghouls. So as long as he's got ghouls on the field, he's going to be able to get to that ball carrier.
Yeah.
but it's our boy Gristle McThornbody who's blodging. So you need a tackler, which he does have a tackler, but not a tackle ghoul who can. He's got a wrestle piece though. A wrestle ghoul.
Wrestle ghoul. That's good. That's good.
Wrestle was one of those skills I did not understand for like the first 2 months of Blood Bowl. I was like, we both fall on the ground and neither of us are hurt. The f is that shit? I don't want that. Kami's like, no, wrestle's a really good skill to have. And I'm like, no, it isn't. You're full of crap. And I was wrong.
Yeah, I know.
After being on the recipient of wrestle numerous times.
And it's the most overlooked one when you're playing against the guy that has it on defense, you know?
Oh, yeah. I'd say that along with like a random jump up. You throw jump up on a piece that's not supposed to have jump up, that usually messes with people.
The other thing, diving tackle is another one a lot of people don't see.
I think he's going to go take this skink right by this Croxador. I think this Crox is going to put Limbasher into a fine paste, and I think you're going to see McThornbody well into Slingers' backfield.
Yeah. You might even see it. Yeah, you might even see it hit by one of these stars on this guy tying up. Even though he's got the poor agility, he might still jump on them guys up the blitz.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Well, I guess he's gonna just rely on this dodge. Didn't decide to blitz him.
Just dodges away. Why not? Not even mess with the
Yeah.
I would even blitz with the Crocs. I'd blitz with the Crocs on and then move them down even.
Now the ghoul that's back does have tackle and block skill, so he has his best man back there to get the ball to it.
Well, I don't necessarily think he cares so much. Oh, Ulrich is down so much as if he just wants to, get the ball deep. He's still gonna have a hard ass time scoring if he gets that ball out of his hands.
Yeah.
Another one,
Especially
man. This Necro is just killing
players.
it. This Necromancer is just killing it. He's gonna be running out of room for his box soon, though. Running out of room for his box. All right. Oh, see, there you go. He used Treasure Hunter to base up Wyatt Earp. So and he's got diving tackle. We were just talking about diving tackle. Treasure Hunter has diving tackle, so good luck getting out of that one, Wyatt Earp.
Oh. Look.
I was going to say, if it was another Stymie special for Demented, I was definitely going to have to swear off calling all his games. Because that would just feel too bad.
Well, he's not going to take the ghoul down.
No. I think he's just using the time to plan his plan, Take advantage of that 15 seconds while the clock is stopped. He's still in a fantastic position, though, because you're talking that Ghoul's got to have to dodge out against Prehensile Tail, and that Ghoul's going to have to dodge out against Diving Tackle. So he's not really in much of a threat, and if they fail here, it's 2-0. The game's over. Nice! Passes the Diving Tackle. I love it. He only needed a +3 because he was an agility piece, but still.
I know, Jim. I'm watching the
got no rerolls. So, and the sidestep, he put himself further to the end there.
Yeah.
That was probably his best chance right there, because now if he has to take turn 16, he doesn't have anybody in scoring range unless he dodges this skink or this ghoul out and tries to post him up and then hope for some sort of miracle. But I would say things are looking pretty grim right now. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
You gonna blitz the ghoul with the Crocs, or just dodge out? Oh, fails the bonehead.
The bigger they are, the thicker they tend to be. Obviously not you.
Oh, there we go.
And this is untouched.
That's gonna do it, folks.
Any advice
The
from
2 touchdown lead is just no way.
Take out your will.
That's it.
Check your
No
insurance
turn, no
policies.
time.
Keep away from the
We
fans.
have our participants for the Nuffle Challenge Series final of Season 2. We are going to see the Dumpster Diving Lizards with Coach Demented take on Josiah Frost's Pax Romana Lizards. So we are going to have a lizard on lizard championship match next week.
One team is lighter play. Not a
Exciting
significant
stuff.
difference. Can impact the game.
Yeah. They
Important thing.
yeah,
Interesting
Mirror
here. I
Match.
thought,
Uh-huh.
I guess he is kind of protecting his pieces here,
Strike back
but
would be terrible.
you still have to keep 3 on the line. So I guess you would have to use Saurus. But
Yeah.
he's got to be sweating this last turn that he doesn't have to deal with any injury. Definitely don't want to go into the matchup down an important piece.
Well, the Slingers did pretty good, except for a couple of times when he got ball carrier knocked down.
Well, there's no question that they fought admirably, but Lizard Men are a tough team to deal with if you can't get their skinks off the pitch or you can't get their Sauruses injured. That's either or. You know, if you remove all the skinks, you're okay. Even if you can get a couple Saurus down, you really make things a lot better for yourself. But having to deal with a full-strength Lizard team for most of the game, not being able to take the maximum advantage of your mummies, because even though they are the strength 6, they're not very mobile, as we saw. Demented did a great job, kind of just kiting them around, letting them, you know, get a hit here and there, but nothing really. Wow! Look at that. Double rock throw.
Oh no, mine is
Oh! That's rough. You lose
2
a skink.
rocks. Oh, blue streak ended.
No long-term effect,
And
folks. He's
just
okay.
badly hurt.
He's fine.
He'll be there for the playoff.
Yeah, he'll be there for the championship
Fine.
match. That's all that matters. Oh, throws the red die. It's the red die revenge.
Yeah, a good red die. The zombies have kind of surprised me, even though they're not. They've been pushing them back or knocking them down, you know.
Oh yeah.
These zombies have no fear.
That's quite impressive. Even Cinch would struggle to untangle that.
No break though.
Yeah,
He's
no
gotta
break.
breathe out. He's still gonna get hit at least once, if not twice. But
getting a knockdown.
Yep. They're getting that anger worked through, but they're not really doing anything with it.
Nothing permanent.
He already blitzed. What's he doing? I guess trying to keep him from doing anything on his turn? I find that odd.
I don't know. To me, that's just putting your guys at risk now. Because he'll have another turn to retaliate.
But will it go anywhere?
No, it bounced it off his head and then bounced right back down. That is weird.
I would just pass the
think I've
turn
seen-
right here, to be honest. Unless I had somebody close to getting a... I mean, you got your reroll in your pocket, so... Calamity is, I suppose, minimal, but...
Yeah. Yeah, he can
take
take
a
some
free
free
hit
shots
there.
until he uses his reroll.
I'll probably move that skink over to get the 2-die back again on that guy that's marked. Thesaurus. Or just do that, yeah. You could have gang fouled, yeah. Common saying you should have gang fouled. The good old turn 16, I lost the game, sportsman gang foul.
They'll need to get rid of the ball. Now there's pressure on them.
I've done it. I'm not gonna lie.
Uh-oh.
I want to create that ball
Defensive
carrier.
pressure gathering.
Just in case the game glitches and decides there should be 10 more turns. He's governing himself.
Now, what if the game was to crash just before you finished the turn there
I can only
for
count
the dumpster
anyway.
divers?
It would probably
That
be
was a
just
lot, right?
ruled as a 2-0 because of the circumstances. That's technically how the policy is supposed to work. It's rematch at every available opportunity, but something like that would definitely be considered. It's not like turn 8 and being like, I still had a chance.
Right.
There's really, really no way. All right, let's see if we can
Okay,
get. Let's go over the stats here. We had a very low number of armor breaks, 8 to 5.
Oh, very low for both teams. They're both bashy teams. And just to have that low armor.
Yeah, for that number of armor breaks, 49 and 48 blocks succeeded with 8 and 5 armor breaks. 3 knockouts and injuries versus 2 knockouts and injuries. The Lizards leading the way. They had possession of the ball for 62% of the game, most of the time on their own half for virtue of the stalling. 120 yards running, no passing, some light passing on Slingers. And then, but man, those blocks sustained versus injuries and knockouts or versus armor breaks is something else. Looking at the stat line here, we've got Gristle McThornbody picking up 6 points for the 2 touchdowns, Hobo off the injuries, Treasure Hunter off an injury, and then just Tutankhamun with the injury and the MVP. So let's see if we can get Demented in here. A couple questions for him here, and see what we got going here. Yeah, Comedy does make a good point. They were super productive armor breaks, despite the fact that there weren't many armor breaks for the injuries
armor breaks
and knockouts on those armor breaks. It was pretty ridiculous. As he said, super productive armor break here. Here we go. We've got Coach Demented here, coach of the Dumpster Diving Lizards. Right off the top, Coach, congratulations on making it to the NCS, or the Nuffle Challenge Series final match for Season 2. You are in the championship game against Josiah Frost and Pax Romana, a little Lizard Man on Lizard Man action. How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm glad I won. Pax Romana won? That's a lizard off? Really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh dear. Okay.
It's a lizard off.
Wow.
Punch Chunkman. So there's another, whatever the hell the name is. There's another lizard. There's another lizard floating around. Chunkman? I don't know. Calm will tell me his name. From Dave Ryder's Space Mutiny.
Yeah, if I remember right, he has the better sources, I think.
Oh.
If I remember right. Because mine aren't all that developed. But yeah, that was, wow. But yeah, that was a tough game. Those mummies just sucked up so much of my resources and just hogged all the sources all the time. It was frustrating. I couldn't hit them for most of that game.
Yeah, even with the guard helping you, it was hard to try to knock them down.
The experiment to use balls made of granite.
Yeah, they were rough.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I was kind of greedy, and I was really, really wanting to actually crowd surf one of them early in the game in the first half, when I just kept knocking that one guy down over and over when I had the mummy where I wanted him, but the dice weren't there and the turns were run out. I was like, alright, well, forget it then. Just, let's move on. Oh well, would have been nice.
Yeah, so that's great stuff. I don't really have many questions. That game was pretty straightforward. 2-0 victory. You didn't have any permanent injuries, if I don't see, and crazy productive armor breaks. There's only 8 and 6 armor breaks, and like 3 injuries, 3 knockouts, and 2 and 1 on those armor breaks. For how few there were, for how productive there were. So that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was. I gotta tip my hat to SC Bear. He made it. Made a challenge again. He was the only team to not let me just run him over in the season. Well, I guess that's unfair because there was a lot of tight games too. But he was the only one that kept me from a win.
Oh yeah.
So
I
was
really?
a little worried coming in this
did you
game.
lose, or did you tie him going into that? Was that the only tie that you had?
Yeah, that was the only tie I had in the season.
Oh wow.
And then I did. This team just hasn't lost this season, so pretty happy about these guys. Well, they're making me proud.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I'll see if I don't know if SC Bear wants to come in and say a thing or two here, or what. I know I'm usually pretty surly after something like this, so let's just see. I'll send him an invite and give him 30 seconds and see.
It's because I was of that white, the tackle white. Like, all I had to do was stand his guys up, and he could have a 2-die on my diving tackle skink, which I knew would be huge in the second half playing defense. I just didn't want to lose him there. I felt he had no rerolls, so a 2-turn touchdown should be pretty hard for him to pull off, and I didn't want to lose that skink there. It would have made defense that much harder.
Were you sweating when that ball could have scattered and then a touchback after the offensive realignment, when he put all his players on the other side of the scrimmage, and if that ball scattered backwards, that would have been a touchback?
Yeah, that would have made his life much easier.
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't become a touchback.
Oh, I'm sure.
Another key play was when he went for the ghoul and he fumbled and it bounced back to him. You know, he had a second chance at it, but then he dropped it.
Yeah, it was pretty tough with the pickups there for him. I guess I can't recall exactly now, but I remember when I did get that ball free, it was a little awkward for both of us, I guess, that the guy who made the block just caught the ball right there.
Right.
All right, well, once again, congratulations, Coach Demented, on earning your spot in the finals of the NBP-Pro.com Season 2 Knuckle Challenge Series, the championship match for our pro season play. I want to thank both our coaches, Demented and SC Bear, for putting on a great match. I want to also thank my co-commentator here, Blue, Max, another fellow coach, for joining the match with me here. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and remember to always praise Nuffle.